What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another vlog. In today's vlog, I'm going to show you how basically a day in the life of what I do and how I spend my time waiting for setups to occur. I've actually missed a beautiful sell on gold. Yes, I've added gold into the pairs I trade. Usually I just stick to DJ. Man, I was sleeping and I woke up and the whole move was already happened. But let me show you what I'm actually looking for. On GBP JPY here, it's basically consolidating at this point because that's where market opened and now it's consolidating. So there is nothing for me to that's why I have an alert above here and an alert down here to see what happens with it. But let me show you the gold sell that so I had this zone marked up here on top. I had this zone here and I also had this zone at the bottom. And price was consolidating between these two boxes, right? And I actually, so I had an alert down here. However, I was asleep. This happened at around 2 in the morning. 2 in the fucking morning, man. So by the time I woke up at like 7, 8 in the morning, look, this is 8 in the morning. Price was already here. So because you see, I'm in London. So 8 in the morning London time, price was already here, dropped this whole way. But let me show you how you could have caught this setup, right? Let's say this was your markup, right, on the 1 hour time frame. We're on the 1 hour time frame. Basically, you just basically see that price is consolidating. Okay, the last higher low was here, and this is the higher high. This is a higher low. It failed to make a higher high. Therefore, now what we can say is, okay, we are now we've just formed resistance, right? You can mark it up. Boom. It comes down. It fails to make it makes a kind of like it tested, basically. It tested, because if you count the wicks, you can say, yes, it tested the low. So you can consider that as equal lows, or you could just say, oh, it formed a higher low. If you just look at the bodies, well then, okay, cool. Then it comes back up, it forms an equal high. Down, it breaks. If you look at the body, it says, okay, well now it breaks and makes a new low. But if you just look at this whole area as a zone, then you can just say, well, it just retested that zone, because one candle to the downside, the next candle fucking flew back to the moon. So, and then it makes a new high. Right, well, an equal high at this point, because this whole area is just consolidation. Look at this, right? Basically consolidating. You put an alert above and below, and then the first alert that triggers, so on the 1 hour time frame, as soon as this body closes below this zone, that's when I'm like, okay, I got the break. Let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame. You look at the 15-minute time frame, it makes a new low here. And you're like, okay, what are we gonna do now? Well, we're gonna wait for some sort of a retracement to this area, right? To then take it down to the bottom, right? Sell it. Here's what I would have done if I was up at that time in the morning, like literally late at night, early morning hours. Basically, price comes up in forms of resistance. Look, makes a high, makes a high, makes a high, wicks all over the place. You could just tell that price is basically rejecting. However, if you look at the bottom, look, it makes a low, it makes a higher low, it makes a higher low, it makes a higher low, and then boom. As soon as it makes this higher low, look what happened. Price breaks it, right? Price breaks it to the downside, and that's when you enter your short. Short position, boom. Stop loss just above those wicks. And then you can target I don't know, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. But what I would have done is gone back to the 1 hour time frame and then just look to the left. So our first target could have been this. Our first target could have been this. It has been decimated. So then what we can look at this now. We can look at this low to be taken out. So boom. So look, this would have been an amazing 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. What more do you want? I mean, this is just beautiful. But this is the trade I missed. I did not take it. And yes, I'm trading a funded account with FTMO. I have two accounts with FTMO now. I have one in the evaluation process, so the challenge, which is the 200K account. And I'm also a fully funded in FTMO account, a 10K account. So I'm pretty sure you saw, if you watched my shorts, you saw the payouts I've been withdrawing from that account. So yeah, this is the trade I've missed. This could have easily made me 3% today, but we move on nonetheless. GPP, GPY, consolidating, nothing for me to do here. Now, NASDAQ, I've just been like looking at NASDAQ, marketing it up, not really doing anything crazy with it. However, what I say is I think it's gonna take out this high and make a new high. To be honest, I feel like it's extremely bullish. It broke this high, it came back and retested it, and now it's gonna hit to the upside. So what I would do is grab this zone, put it here, boom, grab this zone, put it here, and what I would say is, okay, we have a high. You can even drag this across and say we have a resistance here and we have a support here. Okay, we've trapped price. Once you trap price, you can kind of say, okay, price is trapped in between these two boxes or areas or zones. I want to see where it breaks to. I want it to give me an indication of where it's headed to, right? Let me just put this to the side. There we go. So then what we can do is drop down to the 15 or 5-minute time frame and just look at price action and see what it's doing. It had a high, a low here, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, where's the lower low? We don't have a lower low yet. Okay, well, we have a low, we have a higher low. Is this the higher low to continue to the upside, or is this just a retracement to continue to the downside? We have to wait, put alerts, and see what happens. But this is just a quick little market recap. This is Monday. Today is Monday, obviously the 11th of August, as you can see. But yeah, with that being a little breakdown of all the pairs I'd be watching, I might actually, okay, wait, hold on. I just remembered something. UJ is I don't know. It looks promising. But I'm waiting for a 4-hour body closer candle, and then we'll see. If that happened, I will show you guys. There is also GPP USD, who is, I think it's gonna sell like crazy. So once under this zone, let me show you. So look at this. GPP USD, ladies and gentlemen, look at this price action. It's clean, it's beautiful, and it screams sell me. We have a high, we have a low, lower than this high. We have a lower high, we have a lower low, and now we have a lower high. So what do you expect is gonna happen next? A lower low, hopefully. Sorry about that. But this is what I'm watching. So this is basically a look. Okay, on the daily, we're bearish, right? Daily, boom, bearish. 4-hour, what's happening on the 4-hour? Boom, bearish. Why? Well, because obviously we know on the daily we're bearish, and this is just a retracement, right? This is a correction on the 4-hour time frame. So why would I sell if the 4-hour is still bullish? So that's why I'm waiting for this high or low to be broken so that the market structure on the 4-hour is in confluence with the daily market structure. And then once that happens, I want the 1-hour time frame to also change structure. I want this low to be taken out and then to basically form a new low, right? Once it does that, I want to see a lower high so I can enter alongside the daily and the 4-hour time frame. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully this retracement, the massive retracement on the daily is over. And if we look at the RSI, this is what I like to see, like an invert. Look at the divergent. We have this going down like that, but we have the market price action going up like that. So you see what I mean? But yeah, anyway, this is what I'm looking at with, I'm gonna actually put it like that, boom. And then UJ, I'm gonna also put it like that. There we go, now we have it all here. Now we can just flick in between these markets with space button. Anyway, so this is GPP USD. I'm waiting for a break. You can see I have an alert at 1345. 4372. Once that breaks, we can go down to 5-minute time frame or 15-minute time frame, whichever one looks cleaner to you. And then look at that. Look at that. So you see how when price was here, buyers took control of the market. Why would I be selling if I know possibly, potentially, there could be buyers from here? So I'm going to wait for this to break. That's when I know, okay, sellers are in control of the market, little retracement to then take it down to the downside. So that's what I'm waiting on. I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdowns. And if you have any questions, let me know down below. Make some coffee because I just woke up, took a shower, and I'm on here already breaking down prices for you. So stay tuned. I'm going to try do this quite more often. So if you do enjoy this type of content, just drop a like. Let me know what your thoughts. Drop a comment. And I'll see you guys in a bit while I'm making coffee. Alright guys, we got the coffee done and dusted. Let's go back to the charts, baby. Let's go. I also got myself a snack. Apparently this is like the hottest Doritos ever. Flaming hot. So I'm gonna give them a try today because, ooh, look at that. Look. GBP USD is breaking below that low. We could have a trade on our hands. Hold on. Okay. I'm watching. I'm just gonna go grab my snacks. I'm watching. We might have a pound-dollar trade today. It depends on how long that correction does, right? How long that correction takes. GU is actually breaking nicely, but I'm still gonna wait a bit longer for higher time frame confirmation, like body closures above that levels, right? Otherwise, this could just be a wick, a liquidity grab, liquidity sweep, whatever you want to call it. There's nothing. Gold is already, it's gone. I've already explained that. There's nothing I can do about gold. It's just, because if I enter here, like where would you put your stop loss? You know what I mean? It's just insane. So I don't know. You put it here, but this could also be taken out. It's not. Nah, I ain't gonna chase price. I'm gonna let price come to me, and that's what you need to change in your trading to succeed. I've realized that the more I lost, the more I realized, like, why did I lose? Oh, it's because I chased the market. Oh, why did I win this? Oh, because I let that market actually come to me. So there's always that, okay, if you have your plan and your markups, don't chase the market. Like, let the market cook, let it cook. You know what I mean? You let it cook, and then you basically, that's when once it's ready, that's when you serve it. But let me show you. Whoa, look at GBP USD. Oh my God, bro. What is this phone? Anyway, we are getting the break, right? We are getting the break. Holy, it's beautiful. Basically, now I know under this level, we're bearish, right? Under this level, we're bearish. Now, first TP, second TP, third TP, fourth TP, fifth TP. You could, I want to ride it all the way down to here, to be honest, because that's where the daily thing is. So look at that. Look at that. This retracement is done. Boom, boom, boom. And then we continue to the downside. So I will keep you guys updated on how this trade plays out. And if it does play out at all. And I'll also show you if I take any trades today and keep you posted. So this was the GU trade that I wanted to get in, but I was kind of waiting for some sort of a retracement from this point onward, but it just closed and continued to the downside. But to me, this is just a signal. But then I also want a correction, because we also have this high here that I also want the market to break, because from here there are sellers, right? And here from here there are buyers. So I want it to break so I can take it up to that high as well. So I'll keep you guys posted on that as well. And yeah. All right, guys, what's going on, man? Welcome. We swapped over to the computer here. I want to show you the trade I got into, and let me talk to you throughout like my thought process behind this trade and why I took it. So basically, we're here on GJ, right? If we look at the daily on the GBP JPY, right? The last, ignore the blue lines and everything. Actually, hold on. Let me just do this, right? Let me open YouTube. Hold on. Let me just open YouTube, because this is where I break down things for y'all without all the clutter on the screen. Okay, boom. Let's just turn off the sessions and let's get rid of these lines. I don't know what these lines are. Okay, let's look at the daily time frame. Boom, boom. Daily time frame created a brand new low here. A high, which is a higher low than that one on the daily. The next zone on the daily is down here. Right, there it is. Now we've trapped price on the daily. Now we know on the daily we have this swing high, this swing low. Price retraced all the way, almost like 90% of this whole one daily candle, which is insane. Now we don't really need much on the daily. We just need to look at, okay, we broke all these highs. We're bearish on the daily, right? We're bearish on the daily. We look at the 4-hour time frame, same thing. Look at that. Price was trending higher, low, higher low, higher lows, boom, break, new low, right? So if you take these, boom, 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 all these lows, they were all taken out by this madness drop. Sellers from this point was like, yeah, we're here, we're ready, we're pushing price down, we're in the market right now. Boom. They dropped price all the way down to here. So now I know under this level, here, there are sellers on this level. Sellers, because that's what happened in the past, right? That's what happened in the past. They pushed it down. And I know for a fact that here, the last time buyers were in, boom, they shot price up to here. Sellers came in, was like, nope, we're going to push it all the way down to here, right? Now we know that. Sellers, boom, smashed through the buyers that were in this area right here. Now, what happens after a madness drop like that? A big retracement as well, right? So retracement comes in, it retraces 90% of the move, almost 95% of the move. Anyway, now we know on the 4-hour we have our high, we have our low, right? We have our low, and now this is a retracement to form a new lower high. Okay, so now we know we are at a lower high in the market. So now we know price formed some sort of a resistance in this area. Let's make that blue, and let's make it a bit bigger, right? Boom. We know price formed a resistance in this area. Where's the next low, which is literally down here? There is it. There is the next low. So I'm hoping price gets down to this area. Now my first TP is this one. I'll show you now on the 1-hour. But overall my TP is this one, because I want this low to be taken out. I'm going to try and hold if I can. Now on the 1-hour time frame, let's look and zoom in more and see what happened. Okay, price was trending to the upside, obviously, because we are in a retracement on the higher time frame. When you are in a retracement, obviously it's going to look bullish on smaller time frame. However, the overall on the daily is bullish, so that's what I'm going with. Basically, my bias, I took it from the daily. Now we have our low, we have our high, higher low, higher high, equal lows, equal highs. Okay, because that's the blue on the 4-hour, that resistance that they couldn't break. Boom, new low. Once I see this new low, I'm like, okay, we have a high on the 1-hour, right? We have a high, let's mark it, why not? And we have our low. Boom, boom. And that's why my first take profit is this low, because on the 1-hour time frame, we broke structure, we formed a new low, and we retraced on the 15-minute time frame. Look at that. We retraced and made a lower high to then hopefully make a new low. which will be down here, I'm hoping. So that's what I'm basically looking for, and that's what I'm gonna watch. And I took a sell. I took a sell from this candle right here. I think it was this candle, somewhere in this area basically. Let me show you. I think I'm in profit right now. Yeah, I'm in profit right now, and price is dropping nicely. So look at that. I'm on the FTMO account. We are up $1,000 already, and I've just entered. So this is beautiful. If this hits my take profit, oh my god, bro, this is gonna be a sniper entry. This is absolutely beautiful. So this will give me 5% because my there is the trade. My trade is a 1-2-1-2-4. Yeah, that would decimate my account and put me so far ahead. Absolutely gorgeous. Easy, very easy breakdown. Look, we now have formed a new low. If you look closely, see that? We broke the previous low. Now the structure on the 5-minute time frame is also bearish. Now I took it because we formed a new lower high. Lower high, lower high, lower high. Lower low. It's making lower highs and lower lows. So for as long as we maintain that structure, I'm going to continue to hold. And I want to see a break of this level. Because then we are headed all the way down to here. Which would be... Oh, I think I'll pass the whole 10% challenge in this just one trade. Right? In this whole trade. Yeah, so if we take that all the way down to here, that's a 10% win. 10% because I've risked 1%, 14 pips to make 146 pips. That's a 1 to 10.2 risk to reward ratio. Oh my god, that would be beautiful. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will obviously I'm not gonna post this video yet. I will wait until I have my trade update and how it plays out, and I'll add it all together and then post it. So until then, now there is nothing else for us to do but to wait around. So until then, I will just wait around and see what market does, and yeah, I will keep you guys posted on how this trade plays out. Peace. All right, guys, trade update. Man, I'm very, very, very frustrated. I don't know why. Like, I'm super unlucky for some reason. Anyway, this is what happened. Okay. Remember, we marked GG out on the 1 hour, and we marked up our highs and lows, and how market broke this low and made a new low, came back and made a lower high, right? So now we have a low, our swing low, and our swing high, and we were looking for the market to take out this low. Man, it's frustrating. So anyway, we enter on the 5-minute time frame a lower high market structure point, like right here. Once it started, and this blue line is our 4-hour resistance line, right? That's where the market was rejecting. So I know there's sellers up here, and everything was looking smooth, clean, lower high, new low, lower high. I enter. We make a new low, we make a lower high. Beautiful. Market trends down all the way to here. At this point, I am up like 1 to 2, right? I'm up 2% on my account. All of a sudden, we get this retracement. I'm like, okay, I don't like this, but as long as we're below this lower high, we should be fine. So then I put my stop loss right about there, right? Just above this swing high. Once it created it and started going lower, I was like, okay, this is the new lower high, and now I want to see a lower low. Bro, market comes down, makes an equal high, if not even a higher low, to be honest. Like, if you look at the bodies are actually, this is, yeah, no, this is, the bodies are actually a bit lower, but the wicks, obviously, this wick I would consider it like a liquidity grab, a liquidity sweep, whatever. But anyway, price comes up, comes down, makes a higher low, and from there just shoots. Obviously, took me out at here at about, like, you know, whatever.
and continues to the upside. So this was today's trade. Very, very frustrating. But now we're here in this zone, in this seller zone. So I don't know. We might actually, I don't know. We might, because last time the market was here, we have a huge sell. So if you look at market structure, we got a low, we got a high, we made a new low, and is this a low high? Possibly. Or is this just an equal low, right? This is just an equal low. If we take a zone from here and drag it over like that, boom, equal highs. Just retest of this high to then make a new high now. Sorry, a low, a retest of this low. And now potentially to make a new high. So there's that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little blue line there just so I can know what that is on the lower time frame. So I know anything below this low, this blue line is the daily's resistance basically. So once it breaks that, then I know, okay, it's breaking the daily stuff. So now what I'm looking at, if I just like clear all of this out, actually I just want to clear this, I want to clear this, and I want to clear this. Now we have a high. Okay, here's how we need to look at it. We have a low. This low caused the market to from this point onward, we know there is buyers because that's what caused price to fly and break all these highs and make a new high. So now maybe what I want to see is a retracement to this level to then maybe a new high potentially. So we'll see. But if price rejects this area extremely like how it did here, we could see change of structure, change of direction on smaller time frame, and then we start going down. But I wouldn't sell anyway here unless it breaks this low, because anything above this low is buys, right? So how can I sell here when there is buyers here? Because price could just come down a little bit and then boom, shoots and make a high. So that's what I'm looking at. And let's see what other markets did. Gold shot back up a little bit, boom, nothing crazy. The NAS, it's breaking. It broke this low, this low, equal highs, boom, new low now potentially. But with NAS, it's always going up, man. I don't know what this fucking thing. Now with GU, it made a new low. This could potentially be our lower high to then make a new low. Beautiful. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. What is this zone? Oh my god. What am I doing? Just get rid of this. All right. 4 hour time frame. Low, equal highs, higher low, higher high. An uptrend potentially, a downtrend potentially, because look, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but I don't know. My specialty is GJ. I like this pair. I've been trading it for quite some time. That's what I've passed my challenges on, and that's what I got funded on. So I'm gonna keep trading this pair until I die. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if you want more of these, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.